Down to the Final Four. Get through the semifinals, and you're heading to the Caesars Superdome to play for the ship. Carr wants to experience that state title feeling again. So does the defending state champs Catholic. The Cougars and Bears tangle in Algiers in our game of the week. Shaw looks to snap a 16-year Prep Classic drought with the semifinal victory over Madison Prep. And 2 local #1 seeds in non-select hope to punch a ticket to the Dome tonight on 4th Down Friday. Let's start with a Division I non-select semifinal game. 10-seed Destrehan seeking a 3rd straight playoff road win, visiting 3-seed Ruston. Wildcats in an early hole. Bearcats march down the field. Dylon Brooks finds the end zone for the Ruston touchdown. Destrehan trails 7-0. After a Wildcat turnover, Bearcats looking for another TD. Josh Brantley rolls out, fires it to an open Joran Parker for the touch. Destrehan facing a 2-touchdown deficit in the first quarter. Wildcats need something going in the second quarter. Jackson Fields completes it to LSU signee Philip Wright, but he's met immediately. Destrehan found tough sledding tonight against the Ruston defense. Later in the quarter, Dylon, who's the greatest running backs of all time, at least for Ruston. Well, that's Dylon Brooks. Can't be stopped, 44-yard house call. All Ruston at that point, and Destrehan's run ends in the semis, 44-7. The final. 9 area teams need one more win tonight to get to the Dome to play for a state title. What up? Welcome to 4th Down Friday. I'm Ricardo LeCompte. Spots in the Prep Classic will be rewarded tonight to those teams that can survive the state semis. Edna Carr and Catholic out of Baton Rouge know how hard it is to win in this round. These 2 perennial powers return to the Final Four again. But for the Cougars, they're searching for their first state semifinal victory since 2020. Seth Lewis watched the GOAT one at Jeff Morris Stadium in Algiers. He joins us live with more. Hey, Seth.
Hey, Ricardo. Ric Flair once said, to be the man, you have to beat the man. The defending champs in Catholic from Division I have certainly, they took the charge early, but it was a third quarter surge for Carr that lifted them to their first title game appearance since 2020. For this senior class, they had not made an appearance in the Dome, and so this made today so much more rewarding for Carr as they tried to punch their way into the Dome against Catholic, including an entertaining first quarter, first half, and then in that third quarter, as we said, the Cougars being able to go ahead and then coming up with a big stop toward the end of this contest. And Carr will be playing Alexandria when it comes to next week. And so Carr, as we will see, they were able to be resilient in this game after going down late in that second quarter. And then in that third quarter, scoring a couple touchdowns courtesy of John Johnson.
Little bit. Let's move over to the other side of the West Bank. Shaw returns to the semifinal round for the second year in a row. The #1 seed in the Division II Select Playoff hosts 5-seed Madison Prep, looking for its first trip to the Dome since 2008. Hank Tierney also seeking a 5th trip to the Prep Classic with Shaw. The Eagles head coach made it to the Dome with Ponchatoula back in 2021. Opening quarter, Shaw driving, Jasper Parker with the handoff, and he finds some room right up the middle, 11-yard touchdown run. Shaw with an early 7-0 lead. Chargers on their first offensive possession. Yeah, they didn't draw it up like that way. High snap over the quarterback's head. Shaw's Caden Valentine with the recovery and the score. Eagles extend the lead to 14-0. We move to the second quarter. Shaw leading 21-14. Jasper Parker, the Michigan signee, from 4 yards out. Shaw took a 28-14 lead in the break. Madison Prep stormed back in the second half, had a chance to tie it with 34 seconds left, 4th and goal at the 7, but that pass falls incomplete. Shaw holds on for the 35-28 win.
A lot of effort, a lot of work by a lot of people, great assistance, a great administration, and a great school. I'm happy to be back, but I'm happy for Shaw High School.
On the other side of the Division II Select Bracket, 3-seed Edie White taking on 7-seed Leesville in the semifinals in Thibodaux. Landon Babin for the Cardinals takes that pitch And he's going to find pay dirt as the Cardinals take an early 7-0 lead. It was 7-0 until the second quarter. The Cardinals defense coming up big. Jax Trice with the pick, and he's taking this other way. Pick six, 16-yard. Cardinals take a 14-0 lead over Leesville. Still in the second quarter, Edie White adding to that lead. Grant Barbera calls his own number. Edie White up big at that point, and the Cardinals head to the state championship game. They beat the Wampus Cats 41-13. They'll face Shaw next Friday at noon inside the Caesars Superdome. All right, let's head back out to Jeff Morris Stadium in Algiers, where Seth Lewis has more on our game of the week, and a good one between Carr and Catholic. Seth?
Yeah, Carr showed a lot of resilience against Catholic in order to pull this victory out, and they are now heading to the state championship game for the first time since 2020. The last time Carr and Catholic met was the 2022 quarterfinals when the Bears advanced. The Cougars looking to flip those fortunes from the very first drive. How about a bomb from John Johnson, and Dejon Smith comes up with it, then makes some moves for the 53-yard touchdown. Carr leads 7-0. On the first drive for Catholic, Baylor Graves drops back, but Tyreek Brigelia reads this one like a book for the interception, and Carr is back in business. But the Cougars could not cash in. Johnson drops back, but is sacked by Jaden Vassell on third down. Cougars forced the punt. Now to the second quarter, Catholic's drive would start at the 26, and Jaden Miles would take this 12 yards right to the 1. He would score the next play, and Catholic would trail 7-6. Then right before half, the Bears' Turner Goldsmith would fire back and find Cohen LeBlanc, who weaves his way through traffic and is going to get a 60-yard gain. And that would lead to Goldsmith finding his buddy Amari Clayton in the back of the end zone for the 5-yard touchdown. Catholic takes a 12-7 lead into the break. Third quarter, Carr comes out rolling the dice. On a 4th and 1, Johnson is going to keep. He goes left and then reverses, and the sea opens up like Moses. Carr takes a 14-12 lead. Later in the quarter, Johnson again going long distance to Smith. This hookup was for 50 yards. And that would lead to Johnson keeping for the 16-yard touchdown. Carr leads 21-12. Now to the fourth quarter, the Bears have narrowed it to a 2-point game, but on 4th and 13, the hook and ladder falls short, and that makes it Carr ball. So all the Cougars need is a first down to ice this game, and John Johnson is skating his way to the Dome. Carr advances to the state championship with a 21-19 victory.
You know, this journey has been long for us, but I think it's better when it's hard. It's better when it's difficult, right? I think anytime you earn something, when somebody, they don't give you state championship appearances. You got to go out there and earn it.
And Carr will face Alexandria next week in the Division I Select Championship. In Algiers, Seth Lewis, WWL, Louisiana.
Up next, 2 number 1 seeds on the non-select side, Franklinton and St. James, stand 1 win away from going to the Dome for the Prep Classic. Highlights ahead, but first, state semifinal scores from across the state. Nick Saltaformaggio has Franklinton feeling like it's 2010 again. That was the last time the Demons made it to the Prep Classic and won their only state title. Now Salt's group still has some work to do. The 1 seed in Division II non-select welcomes 5 seed Iowa to play for a trip to the Dome. The Yellow Jackets come into Demon Stadium on an 11-game win streak. Franklinton riding a 10-game win streak of their own. Jacob Crane hands it off to Austin Sy for the game's first touchdown. Franklinton gets the 2 to go up 8-0. Austin Sy has been great all year. Here in a 7-7 ball game, he finds the end zone again. Franklinton heads back to the state title game after the 35-29 victory over Iowa. A state final rematch taking place in beautiful downtown Vacherie this evening. Top seed St. James and 5th seed Union Parish battling in the D3 non-select semis. The Farmers won the title game over the Wildcats 36-35 last season. St. James trailed 36-22 to start the fourth, but here they come, down 36-29. St. James forces the fumble. Xavier Anderson recovers it and returns it all the way for a touchdown, but the extra point is blocked, so it's 36-35 Union Parish. Ironic because that was a score in last year's final. Then Connie King-Young, with 53 seconds left, finds the end zone. St. James wins the rematch over Union Parish, 43-36. They're heading back to the Dome. Congrats to South Plaquemines, St. James, Shaw, Edie White, Franklinton, and Carr, all 6 heading to the Dome for the Prep Classic. Now, this is our final Fourth Down Friday of the season. I can't thank you all enough for watching each week. I can't thank enough all the people involved in making this show run each week in the fall. Shout out to our photographers, Adam Ney, Aaron Lee, Sam Lowe, Alan Crane, and Jeff Hackett, as well as our producer, Tori, our director, Madeline, Caleb, and ENG, and Emily on the floor over there, making sure I'm looking at the right camera every time. Thank you for all your hard work, and thanks for joining us on Fourth Down Friday. We'll see you next season.